Hello, my dear friend. I hope you are doing great. Welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe it. Press the bell icon. Hit the like button also. Friends, as you know, we have already covered Article 12 to 13. If you have not watched previous video, please visit all of that. That will boost your confidence regarding fundamental rights. Friends, today I will start from the Article 14. Article 14 does talk about the right to equality. Right to equality means from the Article 14 to 18 you have to encounter with such type of article only. Means they have elaborated the things which are the rights you have provided according to your constitution or by the states. Already I have reiterated in the Article 12 what is the definition of the state, because it is mentioning in the fundamental rights also. And look at the beauty of the fundamental rights, because you might have seen in the movies like king is having his like own death way, means on the willing of the like on the will of the king, then only he would be die. The same here, like you can implement this strategy in the fundamental rights also, because fundamental right is the supreme law of our constitution. I means, and generally we are we are the having only 5 articles to the Indian citizen only, but another fundamental rights from the Article 12 to 35 is available to for all citizen of the world, not for India. Like if I will talk about the what are the articles which are available to the Indian citizen: 15, 16, 19, 29 and 30. These are the 5 articles which are available to the Indian citizen only, but rest of all available to the all citizen of the world. This is the specialty, and you will find like where that at what point of time fundamental right can be violate, that is mentioned only in the fundamental rights, but no other authority is like able to struck down our fundamental rights. This is the beauty of our constitution. And right to equality means that the state shall not deny to any person equality before law or equal protection of law. Even like I have elaborated all the two terms, equal protection of the laws and equality before law. These are the two different like philosophy or path. Now I am going to elaborate both of them in the meticulous manner. Within the territory of India, we have to observe each and every word of our constitution, then only we would understand and we will able to resolve the question in the question paper. Then what is the equality before law and what is equal protection of law? These are the two themes and two philosophy. Like if I will talk about the equal protection of the law, first of all I will talk about the equality before law. Equality before law is concept borrowed from the like UK constitution, because they have mentioned equality before law. Equality before law from UK means each and every person in front of the constitution of England is equal, means no special or privileged class would be there. That is the equal protection of equal before law, equality before law. And equality before law is concept from the corollary. Corollary means it can be corollary, but it is a principle by which person? A.V. Dicey, that famous philosopher, his name is or was A.V. Dicey. A.V. Dicey concept of rule of law. There are the 3 provisions. Like rule of law means no person. The clause 1 is no person shall be made to suffer in body, means no person shall be made suffer in body or goods except for breach of law. means till the time the person is not breach the law, then he should not suffer in the body or goods. That is called rule of law. And the second one is a person can sue or can be sued. Means if a person, no special privilege class is there. Earlier there was a concept that if you are king, then you cannot be sued in front of the any rule of law. But if you are, because rule of law, equality before law, consider rule of law, and means now you can be sued, or you can sue anyone else in front of the law. That is called rule of law, evidence concept. And like before law, rule of law, earlier the dictatorship was there in the UK. Before the law there was a concept of the lex lex means only king is the law. Even in the movie you have might heard that king is the law, king is the sole responsible for all the things. That is called rex lex. And after like a law came into prominent, that became lex rex. Like law is the king. Law, you can remember this word, means law is the king. L is coming, lex in the coming, law is king. Means now the rule is ruled by the law. Law is the supreme body here in the lex rex principle, and this is the evidence concept, rule of law. That means equality before law, and it is borrowed from the UK concept, and it is a negative concept. If I will talk in the simple language, that absence of the any privileged class in favor of any person, means earlier there was a concept in the UK, like some, like Britain family was the supreme commander over there, and there was a special privileged class. But after like came equality before law, each and every person considering equal. And the second is the equal subjection of the all person to the ordinary law of the land. Means equal subjection means all and each and every person of over there, equal subjection of the all person to the ordinary law of land, ordinary law of the land. Even like earlier video I have explained what is the ordinary law. Ordinary law means like any emergency provision is there, if any ordinance is there, any rule is there, then they are considering the ordinary law of the land. Means they can strike down such provision. That's why we are calling them ordinary law of the land. No, they are not the supreme law of land, because I have already dictated you that fundamental rights are the supreme law of land, and it is very typical to amend that. But here in the article 13 they have mentioned there, article 30, if you have to amend your constitution or fundamental right, then you can go as per the provision of the article 368, that considering as the constitutional amendment act. Otherwise all law which are like without going to the article 368, we can amend that. That is called the ordinary law of the land. Now let's move further, and the third one is no person is above the law. No person is above the law. Like if a person is committing murder, then he would be prosecuted under the article 376 IPC, Indian Penal Code. That is all equal. Means, but equality before law is not absolute. Means there are some like drawbacks or exception for this. Not equality before law is not absolute, because these are the ordinary law of the land. Exception, where you can like have exception of this equality before law, like clause 1, the president or governor are not awardable to court of law during discharge of his official functions. Means if you are on the like governor post, on president post, you are exempted with this type of law. Means you are not prosecuted for the your like discharge of duty, whatever you have decision taken during your official time. You are not like liable to be get punishment under the or equality before law. Like even like I will talk like second clause, no criminal action whatsoever, no criminal action whatsoever can be initiated against the president till office. Means till the time he would be remain in office, no criminal action can be taken place. Like this concept is the UK concept, because you cannot initiate or take action against the queen of that area or that prominent person of the area, like president. You cannot take decision and you cannot sue them in the court. And no even like no civil proceedings can be initiated against them. If you like after, first of all, you if you are willing to like impose or you are like trying to bring him in the book of law, then you have to give notice that person or that president or governor before 2 months. Then only like after 2 months you can initiate the civil procedures. Otherwise you cannot initiate like criminal proceedings against him. This is the like exception in the equality before law. And whatever like I am telling you, because if you will learn these things in the meticulous manner, then only you will able to differentiate. Otherwise you would be in the quagmire in the question paper, because you will find nowadays that pattern of the examination is like that. You will find the statement is the very ambiguous and you have to remunerate, then only you would able to correct give correct answer. For civil proceedings, I want to quote one example. N.D. Tiwari. N.D. Tiwari was a governor of the Andhra Pradesh, and that point of time he was alleged with the by a lady for the like misbehave and assault, sexual assault case. But that point of time, like he like removed from that post, and now he went up to another state as a governor. And this is the situation, like you cannot initiate criminal proceedings against him till the time you will not give notice to like you have to give notice before 2 months. This is the exception provided, and like these are the exception also available for the like if you are the embassy, you are posted in the embassy or you are the consulate, then head of the mission, like they are the like having diplomats having such type of exemption, and they are not answerable to the courts of law. Means diplomats also include in this process. That is called Article 14. And even like we are having Vienna Convention of the 1961. Even you might have heard about this convention during the like when our like brave hero Abhinandan caught by the Pakistan army, then you might have heard about this Vienna Convention 1961. Vienna Convention 1961 is that international treaty like no threat, privilege of the diplomatic under Article 53. Means there is an article in this act, Article 53. Here is like mentioning you are providing like enormous power to the diplomats and immunity so that they can work without any fear of the foreign country. This is the Article 53 of that Vienna Convention 1961. And Article 9, what is Article 9 of this act? The host may at any point of time declare and persona non grata. Persona non grata. That is a principle. Persona non grata. Persona non grata means at any point of time, like if any diplomats and the consulate head here is creating nuisance in the society, like in the Delhi itself, a consulate of the like Sri Lanka embassy were doing like some misdeeds here, and they were accused of the like misbehave with their servant, and that point of time our government declared them persona non grata and we deported them to their city, their country. Otherwise, there would be like a danger of the some biggest issue here, and we can sue them in our court. That's why there is a provision in the Article 9 of the Vienna Convention 1961, and we can declare them the persona non grata. Even like this is an international convention, each and every country have such type of provision along with them. And if you are on the UN mission also, like you are having complete immunity, means you even like there is a difference between the, I want to tell you, there is a difference between the embassy and the consulate. Embassy and consulate, you will find several times this type of words in the newspaper, even like in the political science lecture also. Embassy means they are having complete immunity. In which country they are working, they have to work with the complete immunity, and they are exempted with their court of law and all things. But consulate, no complete immunity you will find over there. And like if you are a UN member, you are posted like anywhere else, you are working as a UN peace, you are working on the UN peacekeeping mission, then you are having complete immunity, like you are in the embassy. And Article 22 of this Article 22 of this Act, Convention of the like Vienna Convention of the 1961, like Ecuador. You might have heard about the Julian Assange, that he was a founder of the WikiLeaks. Like in the Wikipedia, you might have searched like useful information from the Wikipedia. That type of was a WikiLeaks, and his founder was the Julian Assange. And whatever, like I am giving example you here, so that you can remember this thing for the longer duration, and you can quote such type of example in your mains writing also, and that can be beneficial for your like exams, and it will fetch more marks to your examination. And like Julian Assange, you might have heard in the newspaper that he was like accused by the USA government also, but at that point of time, he was he entered in the Ecuador Assembly. Ecuador, where was that Ecuador Assembly? The premises of even there is a provision in 2019 caught by the UK. After that, he was caught by the UK, but earlier he entered into the Ecuador Assembly. The premises of the diplomatic mission, such as embassy, are inviolable and must be entered by the host country without the permission of the head of the mission. Means like if you are on the mission in the foreign country, if you like any person or the host countries cannot enter in your premises, means they cannot enter your office without the permission of the head of the mission. This is the clause, or like Article 22 of the Vienna Convention 1961. That's why we are like our embassy personnels are the safe in the like foreign country, even in our enemy country also, like Pakistan and China. This is the provision provided by the International Convention 1961. And Article 30 extends this provision to the private residence also, because if you are in the office, then it would not. Article 22 of this convention is providing power to have immunity against like any interference of the host country, but Article 30 also provides to the normal your like personal residence also this immunity you are having. That's why like then only our embassy or the consulate members can work over there by remaining safe mode, in the safe mode. And now let's jump to the further equal protection of law. Equal protection of law. Equal protection of law means, and I am elaborating all the terms of the Article 14 itself, because there is a mentioning of the equal protection of law, equality before of law. Already I have reiterated the equality before law, and that is the A.V. Dicey concept. And according to the A.V. Dicey concept, what rule of the law, and after that lex rex coming, and I think it would be clear for you. Now I am jumping to the equal protection of law. Means the concept is a positive concept, and we have borrowed from the USA Constitution. And like you might have seen in the newspaper, like a simple picture, like if a person is standing on this box, another person is standing on small box, and third one means the person is having height more, the person is having height less, and this person is high, and all the three persons should be equal. This is the equal protection of law, and this is the concept we are following in India, and this is due to this provision we are having reservation in India. Equal protection of law means we should be treated like person alike. Means if a person are the on the same platform, then we should consider them equal. But if anyone is like below that par, they are not at par, means they are not equal. Someone is having less amount of facility there, and they have come through the social economic like rural area, and they are not having facility along them. That's why our government is providing some provision and some relaxation so that they can come to the upper strata, and the equal on the equal platform they can come. This is the like base of the reservation in India. Earlier that provision was for the 10 year, but now due to the political willingness, they are forwarding to the next generation. And this is the like is this is like specifically, if I will talk about the in the right manner, due to some privilege, the some like there is a platform is created and a group is creating, faction is creating, that type of people are only taking benefit, and the which people are remain neglected from the centuries, they are still like in the very grim situation. Simply put, like if I will talk about that among the equals, the law should be equal and equally administered. Means among the equals, if people are equal, then equally administration should be there, and like treated like should be treated alike. This is the concept we are following in the equal protection of the law. If required, like our government should take affirmative action by the state towards unequal by providing facilities and opportunity. Means unequal persons should be provided facility and opportunity. That's why they can come at the level of the normal people. And like our focus in our India, we are focusing on the substantive equality. Means substantive, not transitory or frugal. We are focusing on the substantive equality and distribution justice. Means there should be distribution of the justice. Now I think I am able to make you understand about the what is the equality before law and equal protection of law. Now let's jump to the Article 15. Article 15 talks about the state shall not discriminate against any citizen on grounds of only religion. Like we have to remember these 6 grounds: religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, and any of them. Means there should be no discrimination on the basis of the only. You have to remember this word only. Means there can be ground of the like another also, but our states should not discriminate on the religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, any of them. This is the things mentioned in here in the Article 15. And what is Article 15 clause 2? And I want to reiterate this only against this, not only individuals. Means this law is available to the Indian citizen only, because already I have told you Article 15, 16, 19, 29 and 30 is available to only citizen only. And Article 15 clause 2, no citizen shall or on grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, any of them, and be subjected to any disability, liability, and restriction or condition with regards to. Means thus the first clause is saying about the state. Means state shall not discriminate. Means Article 15 clause 1 is saying about the state shall not discriminate, but clause 2 is saying that no citizen, means it is talking about this no citizen shall only on regard of the race, religion and caste, same religion, race, caste, sex and place of birth. Means they should not be like or sustain or have discriminate on such type of things. Mean they are the authority. they are the here the who are the authority, citizen of the Indian authority, and they are not liable, and they should protest if they are having any issue regarding article 15 clause 2. This is the like a clause which is empowering the citizen of India. And the use of the clause article 15 clause B and subpart B, the use of wells, tanks, bathing guards and roads and place of public restored, maintained wholly and partially out of the funds dedicated to the use of the general public. Means earlier there was a concept of the purity and impure, because after the Vedic period we were following the Brahminical structure, caste system in our India. Like Brahminical person were there and some lower caste was there, and there was a concept of the pure and impure. Generally we are considering the Brahmin caste, the upper caste, and they were pure. They were considering or pretending to be pure. We don't know up to what extent was a reality, but some people were discriminated socially and morally, and the society they have to persecuted by several times, and number of centuries they were sustaining such type of condition. That's why the article 15 clause 2 is saying that no citizen shall be discriminate. This is empowering the citizen. And the first is clause 1 is prohibiting the state shall not discriminate. Means even it is empowering. And even you might have remember the Ambedkar case. Several days he was not allowed to have drink with the upper caste wells, and that's why the clause B is there, because they were the constitution framer, and they have mentioned all the things in this article 15 clause 2. And but here the article 15 clause 3 means nothing in this article shall prevent the state from making any special provision for women and children. I mean, earlier I was telling you that only fundamental rights can violate, and there is a power to violate in the fundamental right itself. Here they are mentioning here all are the equals, but still article 15 clause 3 is providing power constitution to the state. They can reserve for the women and children. That's why we are having reservation for the women and children, special provision for the such type of people. And article 15 clause 4, nothing in this article clause 2 of the article 29 shall prevent the state from making any special provision for the advancement of the social and educationally backward classes of the citizen, or for the scheduled and scheduled tribe. It is saying that was the first constitutional amendment act. First constitutional amendment act after enacted the constitution in the 1951 Constitution Amendment Act first. That was that supreme SC and ST government should provide them a special provision as for SC ST, and clause 3 talk about the women and children, and 4 talk about the SC and ST. Means there should be reservation for the SC and ST. And nothing in this article or in clause 2 means no person shall be violated on the basis of the special class should be not there. That is mentioning in the article 15 clause 2. But here the clause 4 is talking about the nothing in this article or in the clause 2 of the article 29 shall prevent the state for making any special provision for the SC and ST. Means there should be special provision for the SC ST. This is the thing mentioned here. And article 15 clause 4 clause 5, even I want to reiterate one famous example of the Champak Durai Rajan versus State of Madras 1951 case. In that case, it provides the do not bar the state from the making any special provision for the advancement of this SC and ST classes, and even these things mentioned by the Supreme Court in Champak Durai Rajan versus State of Madras 1951. That was about for the reservation for the SC and ST community, because in the Tamil Nadu itself they have jumped to the 50% cap of the reservation. Now they have reached up to the 69% of the reservation, because they are saying that in the Tamil Nadu most of the people are from the background level and all social and economically. Even till now there is no provision of the economically weaker section and all things, reservation on the economically weaker section, but Now we are having the economic weaker section category also 10% reservation for the EVS section. And earlier, like in the first instance, like Durai Rajan case, Supreme Court told us like there should be reservation in the only government institution, but after like some period of time, that was reach up to the all the education institution and the medical institution, all this. Article 15 clause 5. Article 15 clause 5 is related to the, and friends, it is very typical to understand the wordings of the like political science if you are a beginner. Whatever like I'm telling you, please keep this thing in your mind, then only you would able to understand whatever written here, and otherwise you would be entangled yourself in the big quagmire. And that was a top, even that was a very typical situation for me. Even like if you are a beginner, then only like you have to face such type of thing. But the best part of political science is that till like when you got clear all your doubts, you will remember for eternity. This is the situation for the political science, and even you will find this subject very interesting. Like Article 15 clause 5 is saying that is Constitutional Amendment Act 2005. Social and educationally backwardness all institution, means in the after 2005 our government extended this provision to all institution, education institution. Now we are having reservation policy in the all institution, like medical institution, if you are like only arts college, engineering college and IIM college, means now this provision of the SC/ST reservation is available to every educational institution. And even like in there is a Institution Act 2007 also, like 27%, not more, like in the IIT, IIM and NIT for OBC. Even like after 2005 they extended this provision to the OBC also. This is thing mentioned here, other backward classes. After 2005 we are having reservation for the OBC, and that is 27%. And even like after 2019, 15 clause B, like 15 article 15 clause B, now we are having reservation for the EWS, economically weaker section. And article 15 clause 5 talk about the OBC reservation. We have to keep things in this mind. You may encounter this type of question in the preliminary examinations. Now let's jump to the article 16. But I want to like give one important question here. This provision of the article 15 clause 5 is not applicable on the article 30. Means there is a like minority education institution are there, like if you are a mom, then you are like empowered with the government to establish a education institution, some minority education institution, and they are having reservation for the minority communities, and there you would not get any reservation for the OBC caste. This is like a glitch here. Now jump to the article 16, equality of the opportunities citizen relate to the employment of, like there shall be equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters relating to the employment and appointment to any office under the state. Means if you are like seeking a job in the government department, there should be equality of opportunity. Means no matters like whatever caste you belongs, but you would you should provide, or you would be in the situation to apply for every government department and any employment. And like here they have mentioned two things more. Earlier we have studied about the religion, race, caste, sex. Here two things new: descent and residence and place of birth. Means no person should not discriminate on the descent, means from which hierarchy he belongs to, and about the her father, mother, whatever they were, but there should be equal opportunity in the government department. And place of birth and residence, no matter you belongs to which area, and you are having totally opportunity, equal opportunity in the government or central government jobs. This is the thing mentioned here in the article 16 clause 2. And you if you, I will tag you and I will give you such explanation, but you would ask me a question, sir, but in the state we are finding so many residence certificate they are demanding, and they are like demanding or seeking domicile certificate for reservation. Yes, there is a exception here. Like I'm talking about the here in the central government, but article like it's article 3, article 16 clause 3 means it provides, confers the power to the parliament to provide by law residence of a qualification in case of the certain classes of the employment under the state. Clause 3 is talking about the domicile certificate, means it is empowering the parliament to make a law for the residence certificate, means particular state can frame law for their reservation. Even like this is the sole responsibility of the center only, means only parliament, like nothing in this article shall prevent parliament for making any law prescribing in regard to a class or class of employment or appointment to any office. Means this empowers the parliament to make law for the residence certificate or state government employee, and they can have the such provision like article 371 clause J. Article 371 J. 370J talks about the Sikh backwards district like Hyderabad, Karnataka area, state of government job. They are having reservation in the state government job because they are having less representation in the that type of job. That's why like our government is providing some provision and facility them so that they can acquire the grab a job in that strata or the level. Now but I want to mention here one important thing, like this type of provision is for this only state government job, and in the central union government job you will not find any residence requirement and all quota and types. Article 16 clause 4 empowers the state to reserve seats in the favor of the BC, like SC ST already we have included, but empowers the state for the BC also. And in the public employment provided this class is not adequately represented, means they have not adequately, means they have not enough amount of people in that strata. That's why adequately they are not represented in that type of job. That's why our state is providing them the facility to have a reservation in that job, and quota would be there in the state government job. As emergency, like in the 1975, I want to give you background of the situation. Earlier in the emergency declared by the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in 1975. After that, 1977 there was a turnover of government, and that Janata Party came into the prominent or came into the government. And that point of time M Desai was a prime minister, and he established a BP Mandal Commission. BP Mandal Commission that BP Mandal was a Bihar politician, and he established a board or the commission under the leadership of the BP Mandal. That's why we are seeing him or calling it BP Mandal Commission. BP Mandal Commission gave recommendation for the SC 15% reservation and ST 7.5 reservation, and for OBC 27% reservation. Even socially the provision for the socially and backwardness in the society, then only they are providing for the reservation. SC ST 7.5 and ST 7.5, SC 15%. This was the recommendation of the BP Mandal Commission. And identify socially and educationally backward people, means if they have to face the social discrimination or educational discrimination, then only they are eligible to have reservation in the all type of like admissions and government jobs. And after that government again turned up, and our like Rajiv Gandhi became a prime minister at that point of time in 1990. And he was like just about to, there was a means coalition of the BJP and VP Singh government in the 1990. But that point of time BJP took their spot, and PV Narasimha Rao gave reservation to 10% to the economically weaker section, EVS. Right now we are having such provision, and earlier that that reservation was given by the VPC government. That point of time BJP was not in favor of such things. But in the 1992 Indira Sani case, you might know about that. That is for the 27% reservation for the OBC, because after that they lost their confidence in the society. That's why their government turned into another one. There was a flip flop in the politician, and after that 1990 that VP Singh government went back, and again the Congress came into the existence. But there was a reservation for the Indira Sani case 1992. So 27% reservation was confirmed by the Supreme Court. That's why so Article 16 clause 4, that is enabling clause, enabling clause. There are the 5 requirements of that reservation that is mentioned in the Indira Sani case 1992 judgment only. That article clause 1 is that social and educationally backwardness should be there, then only they would provide reservation for the OBC community, other backward caste 27%. And the second clause of that, not adequately, means they should not have enough amount of representation in the public employment, then only they would have reservation. And the third one is the creamy layer concept, if a person getting enough amount of reservation and they are now stable, they have stable their lifestyle and all economic condition, educational condition, then there is a cap of 8 lakh income cap was there, and some land portion should be there, then only they would exclude from the reserved category or backward category. The fourth one is reservation should not be more than 50%. Earlier, nowadays, so many people are saying about that Tamil Nadu have jumped to that 50% cap. Even after giving that 10% reservation to the EVS section, even we are breaching that 50% cap rule. And the fifth one is that overall efficiency should not be affected required under the prescribed standard. Means our efficiency should not be hampered by giving reservation. That is the even clause in the article 1992 Indira Sani judgment. And Indira Sani case verdict was that reservation at every level, means reservation should be there at every level. In whatever type of job you are having, group 1, group C, you should reservation at every level, and reservation based upon the backward among the general category, no criteria. Means economically, right now we are having in our constitution economy weaker section. Earlier in the 1992 judgment there was no case of the reservation on the economic base, and that was given by the that point of time VP Singh government. I think that's enough for today. Already we have gained enough amount of knowledge about the article 16. Tomorrow I will cover or start from this article 17, and thanks for watching. I will come tomorrow. Bye.